All right, we're ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I love this. An unhappy alternative is before you, Elizabeth. From this day, you must be a stranger to one of your parents. Your mother will never see you again if you do not marry Mr. Collins. And I will never see you again if you do.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
I mean, there are a lot of quotable quotes from Pride and Prejudice, but that's an all-timer.
Oh, it's great. Mr. Bennet.
Mr. Bennet. Hello and welcome to Into The Austenverse. I'm David Campbell.
I am Lisa Campbell.
And we are discussing all things Pride and Prejudice 1995 BBC. We are up to episode 2 if you are doing a watch along with us. Thank you so much for doing that. And I'm having a good time going back to this.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I cannot get bored of it.
This is an absolute belter of an episode. I mean, we introduced to Mr. Collins, introduced to Mr. Wickham, and then we have the Netherfield Ball. I mean, this is a barn burner.
It is.
Episode 2 and we're out the gates.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's get into that.
You're out of the gates.
I know, I've gone too fast too soon.
Too fast, too furious. I am going to do the socials.
Oh, please do the socials,
Thank you very much. You can follow us on Instagram at Into The Austenverse. You can follow us on TikTok at Into, that's the numerical 2, to The Austenverse. And you can follow us on YouTube at Into, just the word Into The Austenverse. And you can email us at info@intotheaustenverse.com.
And today's episode is sponsored by our good friends at Pride and Prejudice, sort of. This is the incredible 5-star smash hit Olivia-winning musical comedy that is coming straight from the West End to us here in Australia next year.
Yes, it is coming to Melbourne and Sydney at the Opera House and Wollongong, Canberra and Brisbane. So you can find out more at prideandprejudicesortof.com.au. Thank you.
We'll be there.
Obviously.
Obs.
Oh my goodness, can we just quickly give a shout out and say thank you to so many people who have been joining us. And so we just want to say welcome and thank you so much. We thought we'd be niche and there's a lot of niche people with us, but it's been a lot of people joining us, which has been fabulous last week.
Yes, thank you so much. And for those of you who are telling your friends, we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. We say hi to you all in all the countries around the world that are coming to us at the moment. America, which has doubled England at the moment.
Yeah,
Which is
it's significantly larger.
Yes, they did have a war about that.
Whoa,
anyway,
whoa.
We'll get into all that stuff at another time. That's another podcast for us. But if you have been listening to, especially to the mini drops, we had our first big mini drop last week with, of course, Susanna Harker.
Oh, what a woman. So wonderful.
You teased everybody last week saying that you did cry after you spoke to her.
I did.
Do you want to just elaborate on that now that we all know who it was? Why did speaking to her make you emotional?
Why did it make me emotional? I think I could cry again now. Because I think there's the familiarity of her. And it's actually something that if you haven't watched the interview, she's so eloquent, but she talks about the comfort and the support that Austen's works have given people. And since her association with Pride and Prejudice and with the Austen world, she has found this to be a refrain amongst so many things. And I think that her and just being in her presence was incredibly comforting. And I'm crying now. It's very moving and emotional to, I guess, meet somebody who has been such a present part of your life for so long.
Yeah.
Even though they're not aware of it.
No, I think she is kind of aware of it. I think, unless we
She
discussed...
wasn't aware of me being aware of part of my life.
But she must have been a little bit, because I think
me?
being British, like...
Well, this is still coming back to me.
This one's for Lisa, she said about it too. Let's all, hands in everybody, let's do this. For young Lisa Hewitt, Bedfordshire, and 3. So, but no, I think that there was a real awareness and a sort of, I think in a really beautiful way that she put it, of how enormous this became so quickly, how much it felt like England, we can only speak to England, but how England at the time really embraced it and needed it and went hard Because we forget. I mean, we're in the world of streamers now. We would binge watch this in maybe a weekend or maybe 24 hours, depending on how fast you want to go. The fact this was old school TV, once a week, people could go away and talk about it. People could then build up the anticipation about the next week, or they're reading the books, or they're buying the Empire line dresses. And at the same time, I think that awareness of looking outside of Britpop and Britain at that time, and how amazingly inward looking you were at your own culture and raising it up to the world, was quite an extraordinary creative time. And I think that her awareness of that was really beautiful and really profound when she was speaking about that last week. So I get why you're emotional about it. It's like me speaking to Springsteen or something. I probably would just wet myself and crumble into a heap. I wouldn't be able to do it.
What an image.
That interview is coming up later on.
Yeah, Susanna Harker, England's Springsteen.
Listen, I'm on fire, baby.
So is she. She's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. And please go and have a look at the Jane Bennett's Second Spring. The link will be on. I'll put it on here as well again.
We'll double link.
But yeah, one thing that she talked about, which I hadn't been aware of, was the fact that Jane Austen novels were sent in ration packs to soldiers in the trenches in the First World War as a token of home, and as something that was, beautiful and something
boy spirits and
and something that was funny and charming and something worth fighting for. I looked into this a bit, and it was more resonant than I'd realised. So Rudyard Kipling of
Jungle Book
and If fame had written a short story called The Janeites.
Right.
As in, the Jane Austen fans refer to themselves as Janeites. And he's written sorry, I don't know why I did that in footballer's tense. What he's done is he had written a short story called The Janeites, which is about the camaraderie and the friendship between different ranks of the army that were created through a society of reading Jane Austen novels. Isn't that lovely?
World War I. That is extraordinary, because when we think about all of those great wars and the atrocities that happened to those great wars and what people were fighting for and why they went to the front lines, the fact that there was this level of care and beauty in a package that was sent to be like inspire the men, that what you just said before, remember what you're fighting for.
Yeah.
It's not just the rations, it was something beyond them, the history of it all. Yeah, it was really, really fascinating, really profound. I agree with you. It was really beautiful.
A number of times we've been asked about the longevity of Jane Austen's writing and what is it that keeps it perennial. And I think that is the root of it, is the idea that her writing provides comfort. And it's not in a sort of twee way. It's just a very beautiful, mannered world that is also challenging and complex and funny and emotional, but it always provides that wellness. That I think it's really valuable.
Yes, and what I loved about that story too is that it cross-gendered lines. But the fact that wasn't even thought about that in the Great War. They had bigger things to think about. It was just that was the culture, and the culture is beautiful, and we can read these books. And, spit spot, off we go to war, as they would have been on the front lines there. And I'm not trying to downplay the atrocities of war, but just that sort of British culture of it all. And it was really...
He's watched Blackadder.
Exactly. So, I found it really, really fascinating. I had no idea about the Rudyard Kipling story as well, the short story. I'm going to have to read that as well. But Janeites, I always thought...
By the way, the Janeites, I've read it. It's quite tricky to get through.
Oh, okay.
It's not hard. It's just that it's written in sort of faux Cockney.
Oh. Like Train Spotting, or like he's trying to pick up an accent.
Irvine Welsh. It feels. I'll put a link to it.
Okay.
It's denser than you think.
Oh,
but
wow.
Anyway, we'll put it there.
It's not like boots, that sort of like famous poem of his there, right?
Was that was he Boots Boots?
I think he is Boots.
I don't think he is Boots Boots.
I thought he was Boots Boots. I thought that when the
know.
28 years later trailer came out, everyone was like, "That's that Rudyard."
Oh, you are
Kiping.
right. I think you are right. Yes, it was. Oh my
It's
goodness.
a famous
yeah.
recording of somebody doing it. That's
yes,
so haunting.
that is. Forgive me, that was Boots Boots.
Look at us dragging Jane Austen all the way to zombies again. There you go. So Susanna Harker, check her out, and we have another special guest later this week, which we'll tell you about later on in the episode. Should we get into episode 2 of Pride and Prejudice?
Yes, let's.
Okay, thoughts?
Well, I mean, you've already referred to it as a barnstormer. It's spectacular. Who is your MVP of this episode?
Oh, okay. I had 2.
You're not allowed. That's not how MVPs work.
Well, no. I mean, you.
No?
Well, you can. You can have, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. That's okay.
No, you can't.
I don't know how sports work, guys. That's been clearly established here. Oh, don't let me choose. Okay, I'll go second prize, first prize. How about that?
Okay.
Silver medal for this episode has to go to Mary Bennett, who's doing some A-grade comical work, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
Like really subtle stuff. But this is a Mr. Collins episode, and we've spoken about Mr. Collins of various iterations in the past, but Bamber's going full tilt in this. And sitting down and watching it, we watched it separately this time.
We did.
And I really got time to lean into what he was doing with headphones, and it's quite extraordinary.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
What about you?
I would have 100% gone for Mary. I haven't read, well, neither of us read, The Other Bennett Sister. It's up there. We haven't read it yet.
We're going to get to it.
And of course, there's the TV show that will be coming out soon with Reg,
Yep.
Richard E. Grant, playing Mr. Bennett, probably doing that wonderful line. No, he'll get to do You've Delighted Us Long Enough.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so
This
good.
is all Mary POV. It's going to be fabulous.
So we're only looking at Mary from Austen's portrayal, but yeah, this is a big, strong Mary episode.
Mary.
Mary is on a trajectory here. It's full on. Poor Mary. Oh my gosh. So impressed with Mr. Collins.
Oh.
She's the only one who's listening to him at the dinner table. When he arrives and she
Fixes
pushes
her
down her
greasy hair. And he's got greasy hair too. They're kind of made for each other.
They are. And then, then obviously when he says to Mrs. Bennett that, he's going to ask somebody to dance and she thinks...
Okay, I saw that too. So there's the 3 shot of them, and you've got Lizzie sitting down. He's talking to Mrs. Bennett, but you've got Mary behind, and you've got Mr. Collins there, and he goes to speak to, and you see Mary go... But it's so small in the background that the first time we watched it again, I missed it. And I had to go back and did I really see that? And I did. It was amazing.
Mary.
All right, let's talk about David Bamber as well, because there are some amazing Austen lines in this for him to really set up the character, which I don't think I quite got the first time around either. One of my favorites is where he talks about Lady Catherine de Bourgh, which is one of the 72 times he says it in this episode. And he says he's in it to demean himself with great respect to her ladyship. To demean himself is so incredible.
Oh my, what a cuck.
He is the OG cuck.
Oh God. I mean, David Bamber is so good as Mr. Collins. And one of the reasons being that you can't help but recoil. I mean, the second time that you hear him talking about the 800-pound fireplace, oh God, stop. When he's going over to Mr. Darcy and you look at Lizzie's face and she's like, oh God, stop.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's horrific.
And even Colin, when he's over there, we'll get to the Netherfield ball soon, but Colin sort of looks at him, at Mr. Collins. Darcy looks at Mr. Collins and sort of starts to smirk and smile, knowing that this sniveling person is like, who is this? There was another great line he had with, which I don't know why had I picked up on this the first time around. I have been treated with such condescension as I would never have dared hope for. What? This guy loves being smashed by Lady Catherine de Bourgh emotionally. It's wonderful.
Oh my gosh. He's gives me the shivers.
But we were talking about broad performances last week with obviously Mrs. Bennet being out there. This is pretty broad, but in a different way.
It is. But I mean, it's still within the realms.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, he's shooting for the stars. He doesn't miss. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. And, it's like the level of the dancing is absurd. And yeah, I mean,
When he messes up.
But he messes up all the time. But I also feel as though it's that thing of it because it's still within the polite society. When he's playing whist with Mrs. Phillips and Mr. Collins, and then at the end of that scene, you just hear it again, Mr. Collins, and you can't see it. Just everybody's constantly pissed off with him. People who've just met him are pissed off with him.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's an incredible piece of writing by Jane to have a character like that we all know those people. Some of us are related to those people. It's just that person's like, oh God, not this person.
Oh,
God.
God.
They're going to be here for the party. Oh, they've been invited to the party we're going to. Okay, Mr. Collins, come to the party.
Yes. Oh, Mr.
He
Collins.
catches Lydia in a state of undress and
Look.
But that was the one moment I felt bad for him because when teenagers laugh at you and he's going down the stairs and you can hear them laughing, Lydia and Kitty, loudly at him.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that hurts. I felt the sting for him.
Carry On Longbourn. That...
Oh, Mr. Collar. Oh.
It is, isn't it?
I'd love to have Kenneth Williams as Mr. Collins. It would have been an amazing carry-on character. In fact, I'd like to recast this whole thing as a carry-on.
Oh, very much. It already, yeah.
Who would Sid James be? Would he be Mr. Bennet? No, he's too rough.
Sid James would be, I think, probably Mr. Wickham.
Oh, my God. But Kenneth Williams would have to be Mr. Lady, cut to the burr. Like he would have
you've made him into Frank Thring now. No, he'd be Mr. Collins. And then, you'd have Barbara Windsor as Lydia. And I guess you have Hattie Jakes as...
Unfortunately, the cast for me starts to disperse. It's the main stars the main stars.
Yeah.
But Carry On Up the Austen is a real treat. I'm glad
Carry On Longbourn, yeah.
Carry On Longbourn is great. One of my favourite comedic bits from Bamba is when they go for a walk into town.
And he's really out of breath.
We are in sync with him this week. I hadn't noticed that before.
I hadn't either.
Just little...
Yeah, and did you see he can't climb into the carriage either? He has to help. Somebody has to help him up, and then he's sort of he's so inept.
So at the beginning of the bridge walk, he's just trying to keep up with her on the side. He's a little bit out of breath, and then at the end of the bridge walk, he just goes, oh, like he's just. But it's so small, like it's so filmic.
Yeah.
He's doing really tiny things. But
I love him.
There's one more coming up that I'm going to see if you've noticed as well, but I'll wait.
Okay.
All right, we get to town and it's Wickham time, baby.
It's Wickham Palooza.
Wickham Central.
Yep.
What an entrance.
What an entrance. What a top hat.
Yeah.
You're like, what a top hat. Then you're like, Denny, look at the size of your hat.
Yeah, poor Denny.
No, Denny's hat's even taller.
Oh, really? Is he gone for the full Lincoln hat?
No. You're going to have to go back and have a look. So this is because Wickham's not in his reds. So he's wearing the full stovepipe. And then Denny next to him has got the militia hat, which is even higher. It's like the higher the hat, the closer to God.
Yeah.
Cat among the pigeons as soon as Wickham arrives.
Incredible opening scene.
Yes. Yeah, it's really exciting. Really exciting. I've got lots to say about Wickham.
Go. Do you want to start now? What better time?
Absolutely.
Let's not wait till after the pod.
Wickham is such a well-drawn character. And what I got from watching it this time is how many times Lizzie is presented with, are you sure?
Yes. I hadn't seen that before either. Jane says it.
Caroline Bingley says it.
Yep.
Or Caroline gives a warning of some sorts. So Jane, I'm going to die on, only character who shows no pride and no prejudice.
Yes, very good.
Jane Bennet coming with what in the past I guess I just assumed was Jane being pleasant. But ultimately she's saying, are you sure? Is this what you want to go?
Big sister energy from Jane.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Charlotte Lucas also Are you sure?
Yes.
And
And
then-
Lizzie just like absolutely headstrong.
Absolutely.
The pride of it all.
And then also Wickham twice shows her that he's lying. He says to her, well, Darcy's not going to make me leave town. I think he will.
Yeah, I think he should.
Doesn't go to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time when he's like, well, I wouldn't betray old Mr. Darcy by saying stuff about his son, though I just did. So it's just the sort of thing of like, he's presenting himself as somebody who is not to be trusted. Well, he's presenting himself as not true to his word, yet she's not listening to Jane, not listening to Charlotte, and she's not listening to Caroline, which I understand because, it's Caroline Bingley, but also Caroline has no benefit to warn her against Wickham. If Caroline wants Lizzie out the picture, then just encourage it. I mean, I think she enjoys the fact that she's got information that Lizzie doesn't and that she can has the upper hand. But all of these things are presented to her and she still doesn't go with it.
Yeah. All she has is his word.
Yep.
And at the Netherfield ball, at one stage, Danny's like, well, you know why he's not here? Old mate Darcy's here.
Yeah.
He's a bad one.
And who would Denny have ever got that information from?
Exactly.
But there's one bit where Lizzie does go, when she asks him about Georgiana Darcy, and he's like, oh, she's just proud, just like her brother. And it's almost like she's like, really? Because I've heard very different. But apart from that, she just won't go with it. And it's strange because it's just his charm. Because obviously he's tall, he's handsome, Darcy's tall, Darcy's handsome. Wickham's poor, Darcy's rich. But Wickham is charming.
Yeah, Wickham is approachable, Darcy's not.
Yeah.
And so it's that set up in the book as well that way. It's what you feel really like Lizzie drawn to Wickham, which is great writing.
Yes.
But it's really well established here with the direction and the writing here as well. And it's Adrian Lukis just is really charismatic in that.
Absolutely. When he's at Mrs. Phillips' house and as soon as Lydia comes up, he's the first person to smooth everything over, doesn't want any awkwardness, unlike Darcy, who's more than happy for there to be awkwardness. And then also first one up to dance.
And that was the thing I was going to say. First up to dance and just looking at Lizzie the whole time.
Yeah. It's just this thing, this oiling of the cogs of connection just allows her to overlook everything.
And the contrast of the two new characters we have in this episode, one who desperately wants to do that, wants to ingratiate himself and to be a part of this and be a part of the cog and be accepted by all these people. And they're all like, oh God, you're just the worst new greasy, go away. Oh my God, you're a joke. And there's this other guy who can just do it so easily just by walking in.
Yes, and even to the point where Mr. Collins talks about the fact that, he has written down some compliments. He's studied so hard how to behave in this way. What can he do to ingratiate himself? And it's so difficult, whereas it's just so simple.
Mm-hmm. That means you've got the riz or you don't.
You do. This is the thing.
Wickham's got that riz.
He's got the riz.
Yeah. No riz from Mr. Collins. Rizless.
How do our listeners feel about us using the term riz?
Oh, it will date this podcast in 2 or 3 years. I mean, if they're coming to this like in 2 years' time, thanks so much for listening. Also, I apologize for that comment.
Yeah.
I want to talk about while we're at that scene where Mr. Collins is talking about how he's written down compliments and Mr. Bennett goes, excellent, that'll work. Lovely.
Amazing,
that's right. The dinner scenes again.
Yes.
We talked about the dinner scenes last week. We're back at the table at the Bennett house.
there wasn't any lobster. There was like a ham.
Yeah, there's ham, breads.
Oof.
Yeah.
And
once again, we're shot over the top.
Stewed apples. I think they're stewed apples, whatever's in front of Mr. Collins.
So I was watching the documentary behind the scenes on this. And poor Benjamin Whitrow, who played Mr. Bennett, was talking about the fact that they shot this, mainly all of those scenes, over a week. And so a lot of them was like close-ups and setups because they were so meticulous with the detail. And the crew was so good too, is that they would place the food in a certain way. It had to stay that way for days. days.
Real food.
Real food, so it looked authentic. And so first of all, Mary, back on Mary again. So Lucy was a vegetarian at the time. So once the crew knew that, they would place fruits and breads in front of her so she wouldn't feel so offended by hams and bacons and stuff like that. So that was nice.
That is nice.
However, Benjamin, they said to him, well, what would you like to eat? And he said, and I've got it here, it's something I had to Google. It's called gooseberry fool.
Gooseberry fool.
Gooseberry fool. I have no idea what that it was. And it was his favorite dish. And he thought, I'll have gooseberry fool because I can eat that and just go to town on it and it'll be fine. He had to eat so much of it that he could not take it anymore. But of course, they were doing close-ups and wide shots and shots over the shoulder. He had to keep eating that gooseberry fool.
Oh my god!
And he said at one stage he looked up and looked straight in Alison Dedman's eyes, and she's sitting there with a grape because she knew she didn't have to eat anything else, and she was looking right at him. So much so, So gooseberry fool, for those who don't know, it's a traditional English dessert. Apparently, its fruit fool is made by folding pureed stewed fruit, obviously gooseberries, into a sweet custard. The modern version of the fool often uses whipped cream instead of custard, and you might additionally flavour that with some rose water. This doesn't sound very nice, but on the documentary they do put up the recipe for Benjamin's gooseberry.
Oh, that's very nice.
Because by the end, it took him a while, but he spoke about the fact that he's back on it again, and there was some in the fridge when he was talking.
Oh, that's very sweet.
He makes his own gooseberry fool. Have you ever had it?
No, my dad used to like it.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you never had it when he had it?
I'm very anti hairy fruit.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second.
No, we don't.
Why?
Need to No, I like a kiwi.
You like a kiwi? Yeah. You could take the hair off that though.
I think I think you take the hair off a gooseberry too. I'm not au fait with a gooseberry.
No, not down with the gooseberry fool. Have you ever tasted it though? That's because I didn't even know this existed.
I'm going to make you a gooseberry fool.
I've been called worse.
Those stewed apples in front of Mr. Collins make one be sick. I did miss the boiled potatoes.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
but that's okay. That's okay.
Everyone has their thing.
Everyone has their thing.
You're not going to put gooseberry fool recipe on a t-shirt though. I'm just saying.
This is true. It's interesting to me that you made that comparison between Mr. Wickham and Mr. Collins, because the other thing that I thought was interesting is the fact that Mr. Wickham talks about how he was going to be a man of the cloth as well.
Yes.
And so you've got both of them following that trajectory.
Neither of them, I think, are very good or would be very good.
No.
Like Mr. Collins would be the worst vicar in your district. Just like, do we have to go to church and just have him snivelling over Lady Catherine de Bourgh and her daughter?
What's wrong with Anne?
Huh?
What's wrong with Anne? What is wrong with Anne de Bourgh?
Anne de Bourgh? I don't know, but she's sickly.
She is. But to be honest with you, and it's rare that we find fault with the 95. It's a little painted on. The sickness. I think we could have done a little better at that. Maybe she was a robust looking woman. What is wrong with...
Oh, you're Googling it?
I am.
All right.
I know that they're always saying that she's sickly, but it's... What is that? What's going on there?
I don't know. Does it say?
Sickly, frail, with a quiet, subdued disposition.
I think she's just one of those people. I think she's like, my allergies. I think that she suffers a lot. I think that the mum coddles her, and I think she has no friends.
Well, this is the thing that many readers interpret her condition as, yes, physical weakness, but mainly being overly sheltered.
Absolutely. And imagine having a domineering, what we see as a very emotionally disconnected, tough mother, and then being maybe a sensitive person as Anne is, and just being crushed by the spirit of that. So yeah, I read it enough.
Poor Anne.
Poor Anne.
Yeah.
Leave one out for Anne, everybody.
We've had one for Anne, we've had one for Mary. Okay, so then we get to the proposal.
We're not going to do the ball?
Oh, we did Netherfield Ball, absolutely.
We should just quickly touch on the ball.
Let's talk. Steady on. Let's talk about Netherfield Ball.
Yep. The Netherfield Ball is amazing. Once again, we spoke about, Mary in the background of the invitation. And then there are times at the Netherfield Ball where she's just got sheet music on her. Have you seen that? There was one shot where she's sitting there eating Well, no, she's going through sheet music and like picking like what she may or may not play. But there's another one where she's either walking around in the background or in one of the shots where people are dancing. It's when you're seeing Darcy's POV, and he's walking down the outside of the line dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is line dancing, but whatever the ball dancing is there. And he looks over, and as you see, this is why she's a real goat of this episode, a comedy goat, where she's just there clutching just a piece of sheet music. When watching that band going, when is it going to be my turn? When is that sousaphone going to be put down so I can get on the pianoforte and rock?
Oh, Mary.
The minute the invitation is opened, is it Bingley? Oh, it would be nice to have some music here.
Yes.
She's like, he hasn't even finished his sentence. And Mary is up straight there and off she goes. And
Doesn't play the Barley Mow.
oh no. She plays that, what I think it's like
I don't know what it is.
it's a classical piece. That is a piece that Carl Davis, so when he said we should have some classical music in this, he sat down with Sue Birdwhistle and he sang to her like at a BBC luncheonette or something like that. At the
BBC Canteen.
The BBC Canteen.
That's famous.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologise. I'm sure it's delightful. At the top of his lungs, saying, like Mary, she should sing something like this.
Spectacular.
And that's the song that she does sing.
Amazing.
A la Carl Davis.
Perfect.
Incredible stuff. She's so funny in this.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful and also excruciating. But just whilst I'm turning into a gooseberry over here with all of the embarrassment, Mrs. Bennet
Yeah,
in
she
that scene.
she starts to cut loose.
Oh God. Oh my God. It's so awkward.
Well, Lydia's starting to cause trouble. And she's starting to like at one end of the kids' table, which seems like that's where she is with the soldiers, getting louder.
And running around with a sword. Oh no, that's in the previous scene.
Yeah, but no, true. But she is running around.
Yes.
She's leaning over men and doing all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And then you've got Mary causing an uproar with the piano, and Mr. Bennet having to go over and stop it.
And then
He says that line to her.
yes. And then Mrs. Bennet saying to the Lucases, oh God, about the fact that Jane's soon to be married to Mr. Bingley, and then we see Mr. Bingley listen. Then she starts talking about if that match is made, then it will open up the doors for other rich men.
Yeah.
And then Darcy's listening. Oh my God, it's
Yeah, the clocking of all the cringe in that scene is so intense. Then in comes Mr. Collins to Mr. Darcy, and we're in extreme cringe liftoff.
oh my God.
We are counting down. The rocket is ready to launch, and then up gets Darcy, and we have that fabulous moment where he's just towering over him. What does he say? I've written it down here. I was just with Lady Catherine de Bourgh 8 days ago. I mean, and there was another.
She was in fine health 8 days ago.
And there's another great bit of direction which I hadn't noticed until I was watching this time around, and I actually was laughing to myself, and I had to rewind it. And that is at the end of Mary's playing before Mr. Bennet shuts her down. I'm going backwards a bit here.
Oh, before she does song 2.
Yeah, and they cut outside, and the dogs are howling.
Yeah, that's
I had not noticed that before. There's a lot of small comedy moments in this, which are just, it's almost like Arrested Development full of comedy that I hadn't seen before. And I'm rediscovering again. It's so amazing.
And then we go to the proposal.
Oh.
Kitty, don't leave me. Don't leave me, Kitty. Please don't leave me. Oh, God. And then here it comes.
Now there's a bit in this. It's another Bamber moment. It's a Bamberism.
What happens?
He goes over to her at the proposal, and as he's going down on one knee, there's just this, I watched it 3 times, there's the slightest, as he's going to, he's so physically inept, he's never even probably gotten down on one knee before unless he's tripped. It's just
To be fair, why would, I suppose you'd be praying.
Yeah,
You'd be
there you go. He'd be praying.
There we are.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
He's
I was
never
going to
even
say,
prayed
like, okay, but how much do 19th century men, they're not doing lunges, you know? But yes, okay, he's praying. That's why he'd be getting down one knee.
So, like, it's like a board. He can't do anything. He can't walk for a long distance. He can't bend over. He can't get on one knee without... It's just hilarious.
I love him. I love him.
Incredible work by Jennifer Ehle in this episode as well.
She's brilliant.
She's unbelievable.
I mean, it's the combination of everything. It's the script and it's the direction and it's her and the DOP. But you just learn so much about what she's thinking. I mean, just to pop back, when Darcy arrives on the horse in Meryton and you clock all of the opinions of everybody within like milliseconds.
With looks. A lot of stuff is done with just
It's
looks
so cleverly
and
done.
dropping of faces and dropping of eyes. I was going to pick up on that too, is that when he comes in on the horse, he's almost happy to see her then he clocks Wickham
Yeah.
and it's gone. And
Yeah.
so she only sees his coldness.
No, but she sees the coldness to Wickham though.
Yeah, but that's it. But she's not clocked the fact that he's almost happy to see her
Yeah.
and then it goes.
Yeah.
So she's not seen that. We're only seeing him looking at and then Wickham looking at Darcy. All of the looks and the way it's shot, you're right, it's beautifully done. And it happens a lot. And even in the ball, when we've got Darcy and Lizzie finally dancing,
Yeah.
and just his awkwardness and him trying to banter with her and her just like skewering him.
And also fearless. It's from what we were talking about last week with Mrs. Bennet not giving a fuck. But you're seeing the behaviors of the parents are popping up in the kids. We're seeing Mrs. Bennet's garrulousness through Lydia.
Yeah.
And then seeing the firmness of attitude and the fearlessness of Mrs. Bennet, just as she spoke to Darcy last week. You're seeing that through Lizzie this week too, because she's obviously doing it in a different way.
Well, it's more Mr. Bennett touches, but with
She's
the
got the
attitude of
wit,
Mrs. Bennett. Yeah.
But it's just going through and she does not care. She is going to just skew him because she feels righteous.
And unlike the 2005 movie, to draw that comparison again, where they sort of go into this sort of dreamscape of it's just the two of them in the room dancing for a little bit, we actually stay in the room and we stay in the fact that these two are dancing and not talking. And the director's like, we don't care. We're not going to edit. We're not going to cut in. We're not going to push in with a camera. We're just going to show you that they're dancing silently so that Lizzie has to pierce it. She has to say something like, what, are you not going to say anything?
When you're talking about leading into another foreshadowing, when Lizzie and Wickham are in the garden and Lydia is on the swing,
Yeah.
which, sure. Okay. You're on a swing being
I mean, there's not much to do in those days. A swing would be like, they've got a swing in their house, like having a pool and a tennis court nowadays.
To be fair, in England, that's what we have. We don't have many pools. Not many people have private pools.
True.
But I had a swing, so.
Oh, did you? Oh, you must be the toast of the village.
I mean, yeah, it was a good swing.
Was it a swing or was it a tire?
It's a swing. I'm not Huckleberry Finn. It was a swing. Anyway, but I was never pushed by a soldier on a swing.
God, that's comforting to know this deep into our marriage. He's reading your Rudyard Kipling and he's pushing you on a swing.
Anyway, when she's on the swing and Lizzie is talking about Georgiana Darcy and he's like, yeah, well, you know, she's 16, like Lydia. And she's like, oh, Lydia's 15. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, it's pointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird thing for Wickham to say, just like your sister.
Like, which means I've been watching your sister.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah.
your sister's age.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not great. And the fact she doesn't pick that up either. She's so open in this section. Interesting. It's so
But
interesting
she's
that
not
Jane's written this.
open. She's only
Only to Wickham.
on the contrary, yeah. But it's the thing. We know it's First Impressions. That's the name of the book.
That's true. Yes.
She's like, I'm more willing to accept that Mr. Bingley has been gullible to Darcy than I am wrong about Wickham. She's getting all of these red flags.
And then finally, at the last part, we're out in the garden and Mrs. Bennet's losing her mind after that fabulous scene. And it is fabulous. I got you to read the quote, but actually it's a really beautiful, understated reading even of that quote.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm going to cry again.
It's a perfect line.
But it's so beautiful just to see the permission, I guess, of Mr. Bennet, the much maligned Mr. Bennet of recent times, the permission that he gives her not to marry this buffoon. And I love that. It's perfect. It's a joy to see him support her. And it's what we all want too, of course. It's an imprudent choice, and we're happy with that.
And then we go outside. We're hearing, "Oh, Mr. Bennet, oh, Mr. Bennet," and in comes Charlotte in the next part of our foreshadowing. So we have 3 characters who have shifting intentions. And Charlotte comes in and hears like, "Oh yeah, no, oh, she's just rejected Mr. Collins," and you can just see her face change slightly. It's great work, but she changes just slightly. Really,
There you go.
and the seed has been sown. And she goes inside and he packs his bags and leaves, and she's there and goes out with him. And then Stedman's just crying into a hanky.
The seed has been sown, and so has Mary's fate. Oh, Mary.
She was that close. In fact, she was nowhere near. But it would have been a great match. They would have had greasy, sniveling little babies.
Yeah, I mean, but it's so sad. Even Mr. Collins can do better than Mary.
Oh, when you say it like that, it's really sad when you say it like that.
Is Charlotte Lucas better than Mary?
I just think she's more together. She knows who she is. She knows what she wants. She's not messing around. She knows who she is in society, which we're about to find out. So I think that Charlotte, being a bit of a shark, I got no problem with it.
No, I don't think she's a shark. I think that's unfair. I think that just Charlotte Lucas is, I think that you're right. She knows herself. Yeah, she's 27.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's next episode. Whew, so that was a lot. Episode 2, there's a lot to get through. Once again, the comedy of this, watching it this time around, has been really, really delightful.
Oh, yes. But it's not just the comedy. Everything about it, just watching it again and picking up all of those threads, and I think just knowing the work so well now. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's wonderful. All right, so that's the end of this episode. We do have a very special mini drop this week. Do we want to give any hints?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We're going to talk to Adrian Lukis. We're going to talk to Mr. Wickham.
We're going to get it from the horse's mouth. It's so exciting. We can't wait for you to hear it. He has got some stories to tell, my friends. You will not believe it.
So charming, so clever. It's brilliant. Yeah. If I was crying after I spoke to Susanna Harker, and after we spoke to Adrian Lukis, I was bouncing off the walls.
That'll be in your feeds later on this week. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.